morning, everybody. Welcome back to Fresh Baked Disney, the best of Disney Bake Fresh Daily. I am your host, David, and I'm here on Main Street, Disneyland, just before a rope drop on a Saturday morning. I am going on a solo trip today, so prepare for that. You guys know Liz today. She is celebrating her birthday with some friends this weekend in the desert. Ian is home this weekend, but we are going to see him next week. So it is just you and me and the sights and sounds of Disneyland. And I thought, because I'm going solo this week, that I wanted to do something a little different, something we haven't done in a long time, and that is participate in a little bit of rope drop. And that's going to happen just behind us in about 8 minutes. It has been a minute since I've done a proper rope drop at Disneyland. Actually, I would say it's even been years since I've done a proper rope drop at Disneyland, because it used to be that the rope drop was on Main Street, right here on Main Street. The crowds would put an actual rope, they still do ropes today, but they would put a rope right on Coke Corner. They would run it across Coke Corner over to the photo supply department, and all the crowds would, congregate here on Main Street rather than in the hub. And I feel like that was a more, classic, traditional way of doing it. There was a lot more, because everybody was in one group, a lot more anticipation, a lot more pressure, a lot of folks looking for a reservation at the Carnation Cafe this morning. It just felt like it was more of an event back then. So right about here, this would be, intensity in 10 cities. I think I've actually got some video back in the day of us doing this, so hopefully I can have that for you. But today, they hold the rope drop at the hub, and there's a rope at each, at the entrance of each land. So you pick your land that you want to hit first, and then go wait in front of that rope. Or if you have extra magic hour, like this sign suggests,
welcome to Disneyland.
You are welcome to Disneyland. You can shoot the choker over here. Interesting. I would have been at this rope drop a little sooner. We would have had more time for this rope drop, but they only had four gates open, turnstiles open at the front entrance. Everything else was for extra magic hour at 10 minutes to 8. That extra magic hour is over, right? Or almost over. So yeah, there's right now there's a ton of people already in the park, hotel guests, that kind of thing. They have the extra magic hour. That is why you can't beat Peter Pan. A lot of folks try to do that. That's the one attraction. For some strange reason, Peter Pan is the one attraction that has an immediate 30 to 45 minute wait as soon as they drop the rope. No matter how quickly you run, no matter which, if you try to get in through here, if you try to get in through Main Street right here or through the hub, and you try to go straight through, you can't do it today because the castle is blocked off, so there's no point entering this way. These folks probably just want to get a picture. But that's one area where folks try to cut right through the center of the castle. But no matter what you do, you can't beat magic hour. So even at rope drop at 8 a.m. on the dot, there's 30 minutes worth of people waiting at Peter Pan. Otherwise, it's you use this rope drop time, to hit the one attraction, that e-ticket, that is going to be backed up quickly. Space Mountain, Indiana Jones, Big Thunder, although that doesn't, usually build up very quickly. Find your attraction, the Matterhorn, find the attraction that, is the most important to you. And that's why I would say that Tomorrowland almost always has the biggest crowd for rope drop, because there's two attractions. There's either Star Tours or Space Mountain that folks are really trying to get into. So you usually have the biggest crowd right here. The second biggest, obviously, being the entry into Adventureland. And everybody is getting ready for Indiana Jones. And I just heard Peter. Where did I hear Peter? Peter's here for rope drop, obviously. Ooh, it got quiet.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Disneyland. All of us here at the happiest place on earth are delighted to have you as our guests today. In just a moment, we invite you to get your ears on and begin your adventure as you explore Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom. For your safety, we ask that you please walk to your next destination. And we hope that today you'll make memories that will last a lifetime. Thank you, and may you enjoy your visit to this magical place called Disneyland.
There you go, guys. That's Rope Drop. It's a little more anticlimactic than it used to be because of all the separate entrances like it has, and people immediately disperse. When it was out here, on Main Street, there was there's a burst of people coming through, and then they all disseminate throughout the hubs. There's a lot more intensity, I think, back then, but it's still great. You see the excitement on those ones, on those one guests. They were dancing. The one guy was doing the Carlton. It's fantastic. Well, I'm not going to get my morning started yet, Fresh Baked. We do have plans for today. We do have more walking tours to do for you today. I do expect to do India or Adventureland, Critter Country, maybe Toontown. So we've got more walking tours to come. But first, coffee. It's been a minute since we've gotten our morning coffee at the Market House, which used to be a fairly regular tradition of mine before it became Starbucks. I would always get my morning coffee here. But now we get it through the mobile app in downtown Disney because mobile apps. Come on. You can't use the mobile app inside the park for Starbucks. You can only use it outside. So we get our coffee here in the morning and then get started on our day. So because we got our breakfast this morning at the Market House, we get to enjoy it. In front of Hotel Marceline. Apparently the shower's too hot for the gentleman staying at the Hotel Marceline. He's still having a good time though, singing in the shower. This is what I usually get when I get for breakfast in the morning. It's something that get my energy up, hopefully. It's not the most healthy thing I can get. I can do worse though. Now here's the thing. I was just getting ready here. You know how they're doing this thing with the paper straws, right? You can't get any more plastic straws at Disneyland and a lot of other places as well. Can't get plastic lids, or no lids at all, I should say. And eventually I feel like, forks and spoons and this kind of, single-use items are going to have to go too. So starting next week, I'm going to be getting ahead of that game, and I'm going to bring my own fork and spoon, silverware, in my backpack that I usually bring. This little beastie right here, which has my fancy camera, and then for the video camera that I'm holding right now, and my little GX7 that I keep down there, and my new Gorilla Pod, which weighs about 85 pounds. This thing is super heavy. Right here I can keep, anything else I want, like little lotion or extra batteries, that kind of thing. I can keep a knife and or spoon and fork in the bag. Wouldn't that be great? I just feel like that's something that we're all going to have to get used to at some point. The paper straw thing and the no lid thing, and bring in perhaps, because they're not going to give us a paper fork or a paper spoon. And those forks and spoons, those single-use items, obviously take up a lot of space and a lot of waste. So I'm going to get ahead of it. Oh, and now we've got some dentist work being done. He just applied the laughing gas.
Liars, nurse. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Really nasty. We're gonna have to look at this.
Oh.
Look at this.
Oh, I think they got it. trying to pull a tooth there. And now, it's a busy little place up here. Upstairs, get some piano lessons. It's not very good though. And I guess, well, I don't know if we're going to be able to hear anybody fix a bike, which is what's left. And then you've also got a detective agency, which I don't think I remember ever hearing anything there, so they'll probably come back to the Hotel Marceline. Well, guys, that was a fairly exceptional way to start our Disneyland day, Disneyland morning, with a little rope drop and a little breakfast on Center Street. Next up, we're going to head over to Adventureland to do a little walking tour of all the little sights and sounds you can find on Adventureland. Some of our favorite spots. Oh boy, look at that. I may need to ride that today. Maybe we'll have to take a break, a pit stop on the way to Adventureland for a ride on the omnibus. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Respect.